Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be looking at, well actually, let me just quickly say we have just finished Argo, we finished Bano, but now we're looking at Consolidated Outland. Now, what we're actually looking at in this video is the variants of the Mustang series. So yeah, let's hop right into it, shall we? Before I start, by the way, I don't have access to the Alpha Vindicator or the Omega series version of the Mustang, so that's why there's only 4 here instead of 6. So I do apologize about that. Anyways, guys, we're going to be looking at the Mustang Alpha. Now, this guy is actually a starter ship, so you guys can buy this when you first start playing the game. And yeah, this is the first starter package you can actually get, other than the Aurora, which is an RSI ship, so we'll eventually get to that. But this is a very early game ship, and the reason it is because it's very small. It has a little bit of area for cargo, which I will show in a second. I'll just bring it out for us to quickly show not only how it looks, but with the landing gear down as well. There we go. So that's what it looks like with the landing gear down. This is from behind. I mean, most people will, I don't know why there's a wing missing, but anyways, sorry about that. Yeah, so a lot of people will know what this looks like because this is most people's starter ship, or they know what the starter ships look like because it's there, so obviously you can buy it. But yeah, so this is what the Consolidated Outlands Mustang Alpha looks like. The reason it is a starter ship and it is so cheap is because it only has 2 cannons, and those are both size 2. The size 2, they're pretty decent for being a starter ship. I mean, size 2 is like a pretty decent place to start. But, however, everything else in the ship is very weak, and it isn't very good against late game fighters or anything like that. So that's where it becomes a little bit of a stepping stone to get further on in the game. So the next one we're going to be looking at is this next one right here. So funny enough, this next one right here is this one right here, and it is actually the Mustang Beta. And what's the difference between the Mustang Beta and the Mustang Alpha, you might ask? Well, funny enough, one is a starter ship and an exploration ship, and this one is just a normal exploration ship. It has oops, sorry. It's very crammed, so that's why I'm like rinsing everything on my way out. But yeah, the reason why it is different is because it has different parts in it as well. It has different parts in it from the normal one. Some different parts, though. I know the guns are the same. Again, just 2 size 2s. Again, there we go. It's got no missiles. It is generally just an exploration ship to go out and fly around, find out environments, go do box missions, things like that. And I will quickly, actually, just because I forgot, I will show off the cargo hold quickly on the Mustang Alpha, because I did forget to show that, so that's my fault, so I do apologise about that. I did say that I was going to do it, so I will show it off. It is quite small, but again, it fits in here, and you open this little box here, this little thing, and you would shove your boxes all the way in there. I mean, you could store bodies and everything in here. But yeah, you'd store them in there, and then that's obviously where your cargo would go, and then it just goes back up, it closes that, and then you just close it here, and it goes up. Now, what is in the back here? Let's have a look. Can I open this back piece? No. So I'm assuming, if I'm not wrong, there might be a way to get in the back of this one. I'm not too sure. Give me a second. I'll have a look out and see if I can get in. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so I was right. So this has a little bit of a back area, which I didn't actually know about. Which is quite... Ooh, it's a bit steamy in here. Jesus. So you do have a bed in this one, so this one makes sense for it being a little bit more expensive. Because like I said, it's an exploration ship, so you have all of the stuff to go and explore. Again, you don't have the cargo room that the Mustang Alpha has, but the Beta comes with a bed, a sink, a toilet, and a fire extinguisher. So you have everything you need to go exploring, and then to get out, all you do is you just sit back in your pilot seat. It kind of gives me Avenger, like the Avenger Titan vibes. Gives me that kind of vibe, but it's Consolidated Outlands ships, or CO ships. Now the next one is going to be the Mustang Delta, I believe, because that's the Gamma. So this is the Delta. So this one is basically like a big step up because this one comes with more guns, more components, or better components, not more, but comes with better components. Compared to the size 2s, we have a lot more firepower. Yeah, so this thing is insane. It comes with 4 turrets and then 2 of them larger cannons. So I'm not going to blow these up, but I do have some other ships over here that I need to go. So let's just fly on over here. I will just quickly show this off, by the way, before I do anything again. So again, I think this one doesn't have any back space, no storage or anything, but it doesn't have a back seat either, or a place you can go and sleep. So this is just like an attack ship kind of thing. But yeah, let's go for the normal Sabre over here. Let's attack on this. So let's see it, shall we? Let's see how badly we can damage this in just a couple of rounds. Can we destroy it completely? Let's let it give it a time to reload. But yeah, those cannons are devastating, by the way. Like, they're doing a lot of damage. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot, it doesn't seem like a lot, but for this being like a light fighter versus light fighter, it's doing a lot of damage. But again, you do have to hit all of these shots, because if you miss, you're out of ammo, like that. Obviously, I don't know if you can change the bigger cannons, but I know obviously you would be able to change the other cannons to perhaps bigger sizes, or if not, just better size 2 weapons. But we are just going to quickly destroy this Sabre right here. Let's just get rid of it. Come on, blow up. I know you're so close to blowing up. Just blow up. Give me a second. There we go. Yeah, so I didn't know that the Delta was actually this beefy. I knew that it had more cannons, but I didn't or more turrets, but I didn't think it was that powerful, as in it would deal that much damage and everything, and obviously have explosive cannon rounds. Like, Jesus, I was not expecting that at all. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense on why that's going to be the most expensive one out of them all, because obviously you have way more firepower in this. We're now moving on to the Gamma, which is actually a racing ship. It's not an exploration ship, it's not a start ship, it's not a light fighter, nothing. It is literally just a basic racing ship, an entry-level racing ship. Oh, it does have cannons. Okay, I didn't know that. They seem... Oh yeah, they're size 1s. They're definitely size 1s. They're really, really small. They're on the wings there, right there. So I don't know why they have cannons if it's a racing ship, but again, I mean, it does look very cool. This is what it looks like with the landing gear down. It's very cool. It seems like a very nice racing ship. Obviously, this would be for only racing, really, because if they are size 1s, if I'm correct about that, which I'm assuming I am, because look at how small they are. And obviously this thing doesn't have any missiles either. It's not going to do any damage unless it's shooting at somebody on the ground, which, I mean, would make sense if you've got some angry person going, "Whoa, you knob, get off my racing track." No, I'm going to shoot you instead. But anyways, yeah, so that has been all 4 of the Mustang series. Let me know what one's your favourite in the comments, actually, because, I mean, this has got to be kind of like some sort of debate that people are going to have on which one is their favourite, because obviously there's the original, the starter ship, then there's the explorer ship, then there's the light fighter, and then there's the racing ship. So let me know which one's your type and what one you would actually use, or you know, obviously outside of like if there's a wipe happens, what one are you going to choose? It would be a case of like if you were to start all over again, like a wipe, and you had all 4 of them to choose, which one would you choose to take every day? In my opinion, I would probably, even though this one's nostalgic, and obviously this is where I started, if I could, I would go with this one, because it's just a little bit better, and it has more cannons and things like that, and obviously that fits my gameplay more than, obviously, whatever else, or what anybody else would maybe pick. Like, obviously, I don't know what anyone else is going to pick, so, yeah, let me know. I would actually like to hear your thoughts, and know what ones you guys would go for. But anyways, yeah, that's been it. So let's talk some prices, shall we? So starting off with the Mustang Alpha on the far side over there. This thing you can buy in game in 2 places. You can buy this at Levski for 642,000, or you can buy this in Lowville for 610,000. It's pretty simple, pretty cheap, pretty easy. We'll do all in-game prices first, and then we'll go over the store prices next. So let's go on to the next one, which is the Mustang Beta. So you can only buy the Mustang Beta in one place, which is at Hurston in New Deal, and you can buy it for 622,000 in New Deal, which is not bad. And then if you want to buy the Mustang Delta, you have to go all the way over to Area 18 to RCorp, and that way you would be able to buy it for 1.2 million AUEC, which is a bit pricey, but it makes sense for all of those juicy weapons. Now finally we have the Mustang Gamma, which is the racing ship. You have to go all the way to Area 18 at RCorp to buy this thing for 1.1 million, which is a bit pricey for what it is, for it being a racing ship, but I kind of get it because I think it has better components to do with racing, so better engines, things like that, compared to guns. So it kind of makes sense. But yeah, let's get on to the store prices, shall we? So we'll start off again with the Mustang Alpha. The Mustang Alpha is $30 US, so it's not that bad, it's kind of cheap. It's, again, a starting ship, so it makes sense to be that cheap. If you want the Mustang Delta, sorry, no, not the Delta, sorry, the Beta, it is $40 US, which is pretty decent. It's only $10 more, so if you want like a place to sleep and everything on a nighttime instead of the cargo space, then you can obviously upgrade to the $40 option. If you want the Mustang Delta, it is going to cost you $65 for that firepower, which is it's a bit more expensive. It's $35 more than the original one, and obviously about $25 more than the Beta. And then finally the Mustang Gamma, which is the racing one on the end there, is $55 US, which for a racing ship at the starter level, it's not that bad because there is other racing ships that are more expensive than that. And I think for being an entry-level racing ship, it's not that bad. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope this gives you some insight into what the difference is between Delta, the Alpha, the Delta, the Beta, and the Gamma. Obviously, I had to miss out the Omega and the Vindicator version of the Alpha, which is, I'm pretty sure it is literally just a different skin. But anyways, yeah, that is it. Next episode, we are going to be looking at the Nomad, which is another starter ship. So that'll be pretty cool. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. Anyways, make sure you guys, if you're going to buy the game, use my Star Citizen referral code in the link in the description. And that is all. Take care for now, and bye-bye.